Welcome to session 4 of the Lose It at Work program. First exercise for this week is lunges. Just like we did last time, you're going to stand up nice and tall, keep that stomach tight. You're going to take a big step, bend that knee, almost till you touch the ground, drive through that heel and come back. Take another big step. Don't hit your knee in the ground. You want to stand up nice and tall. Knees shouldn't keep going. What I don't want to see is you're planting and now your knees are all the way over top of your toes. You want to keep up nice and tall, take that step, almost till you're down, push off through the heel. Jackie's doing a little alternate version. She's going to take that big step. She's just going to bend her knees just a little bit, but she's really driving through that back heel or that front heel when she's pushing off. All right, the next exercise for session 4 is planking. What we're going to do is you're going to go on the ground. This can be on your bed or anything that's a little softer so it doesn't hurt your elbows. You're going to keep your hands parallel to each other. Your elbows should be right underneath your shoulders, and you're going to go up on your toes. Actually have your feet together. What you want to do is suck your belly button in the entire time. You want to have a straight line the whole way down from my shoulders all the way down to my ankles. So we're going to hold it there for 30 seconds. We're going to actually do this 3 times. You're going to keep your stomach as tight as you can. Really keep focused. Have that stopwatch right in front of your face so you know when to start and go. Keep that stomach sucked in. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds. Now if that's just too hard, which a lot of the times it is right off the bat, we're going to do a little bit of modified version. See how she still has this straight line the whole way down to her knee? That's perfect. She's keeping her stomach tight. Her elbows are right underneath her shoulders. But the only difference is now she's on her knees. That's just like the push-ups. It's going to be a little less weight on her core and on her arms. Keep the feet up. That's perfect. All right, the next exercise is called heel presses. What we're going to do is we're going to get on the ground. We're going to put our feet straight up, 1 foot straight up in the air, and we're going to plant this heel into the ground. Make sure it's nice and solid. We're going to drive through that heel. What we're going to do is you're going to keep your stomach nice and tight. We'll push your hips up as high as you can get it. Get that foot up as high as you can like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Keep your stomach nice and tight. And bring it back down. You're really going to drive out off this left heel. Pushing up through. Bring it back down. We're going to do 3 sets of 12 on each leg. Okay. Now if this is too hard, we're going to do a modified version. Jackie's doing a little bit of a bridge. What we're doing is we're keeping both feet together. So she still has a little bit of core in there. She's keeping that stomach tight, boosting her hips up. She has a straight line from her knees all the way down to her shoulders. Okay? She's going to hold that for 3-4 seconds. And again, we're going to do 3 sets of 12. The next exercise for this 4th session is line jumps. What we're going to do is you're going to find any division in the carpet, any line on the floor, any division in your hardwood. And we're going to keep our feet together. We're going to stand on the ball of our feet. We're going to go front and back, as fast as you can. The key is the speed. I'm not so worried about the depth, it's more the speed. Alright, so we're going to do 20 one way, then we're going to face the opposite, go 20 the opposite direction. This equals 1 set. Jackie's doing an alternate version. What we're going to do is we're going to step forward and back. We're going to do that 20 times, but you're going to try to get it as fast as you can comfortably. The goal for this exercise is to get your heart rate up, get a little sprint in there. All right, the next exercise is wood choppers. We're going to need an object that has some mass to it. It's a little big, so that way we can get both hands around it. What we're going to do is you're going to squat down. You keep your knees nice and square. I don't want to see your knees caving in. You want to keep everything nice and square, going straight up and down. So you're going to come down behind your one knee and reach up, keep those arms nice and straight. Reach as far as you can over the opposite shoulder. You're going to come back down, keeping those knees nice and square. Reach up as high as you can over the opposite shoulder. We're going to do 12 one direction, then we're going to do 12 to the other. Reaching up, come big diagonals across your body, keeping those arms nice and straight. If it bothers your knees, we're going to do a little different version. She has her feet slightly closer together so she gets a little balance in there. And she's going to go from one hip the whole way over to the opposite shoulder. We're going to go big, nice big diagonals, keeping those arms nice and straight. We're going to do 12 to each side. We're going to do 3 sets. All right, the next exercise is good mornings. We've done this before. So we're going to need 2 objects of even weight. And what we're going to do is you're going to keep your stomach nice and tight, keep your knees just slightly bent. Wherever the objects go, wherever your hands go, wherever they need to. You keep your shoulders nice and tight, go straight down, just until you feel a little stretch in your hamstrings, and bring it back up. You're going to really drive through those hips. What I don't want to see is you're arcing your back. See how my back's nice and round, I can touch my toes. You keep your shoulders nice and square, stomach tight, just until you feel a little stretch. Coming back up. Now if that bothers your back or your knees, we're going to do this alternate version. Jackie's going down, keeping that nice, perfect straight line, bending her knees just slightly so they're not buckling. Going down until you feel a little stretch, come back up. The next exercise for session 4 workout program is bicep curls. We're going to get 2 objects, even weight. Now I would highly recommend at this point of the game we buy some kind of dumbbells or exercise bands that'll make it easier for the upcoming exercise programs. But for today, 2 objects about the same. Gallons of milk, about 6 pounds a piece. So what we're going to do is you're going to stand up nice and tall. If you have dumbbells, we're going to face in your leg. We're going to bring one arm up and bring it back down nice and slow. We're going to alternate our going up and down. We're going to do 3 sets of 12 on each arm. You're going to keep that stomach nice and tight. As you get tired, what I don't want to see is you're arcing your back, trying to heave it up. If it's too hard, it's too hard. Try to drop it down to a lighter weight. But we want to make sure we're keeping good posture, keeping that stomach nice and tight the entire time. All right, the next exercise is called fire hanging. So what we're going to do is you're going to get on all fours, on your knees and your hands. You keep your stomach as tight as you can. But what we're going to do is you're going to take one leg. I'm going to start with my right. You're going to lift it up, squeeze it for 3-4 seconds, and bring it back down. What I don't want to see is you're rolling your hips. Okay, I don't care how high your leg goes. We're just going to get it up, get that glute medius to contract, bring it back down nice and slow. Keeping that stomach as tight as you can. I don't want your back sagging. We're going to do 3 sets of 12 on each side. So when you're done on one side, go to the other. We're going to do a little alternate version. Jackie's doing it on a chair. If you're not comfortable getting on your knees and your hands and knees, or maybe your knees don't want to be kneeling on them, this is a great alternate version. She still gets that glute in there. She's not rotating her hips. She's keeping a nice straight posture. That's perfect. All right, this is the last exercise for session 4. When we're done this, make sure you do the cool down, get it stretched out. Good way to get you back into your normal day. The last exercise we're going to do is called quick hands. What we're going to do is we're going to get in push-up position, hands shoulder width apart, keep your stomach nice and tight, and all we're going to do is you're going to take your left hand, touch your right hand, touch your left. That's one. We're going to go back and forth. And the key for this, and to start out, do your own pace, go nice and slow, get used to it, but the key is to do it as fast as you can. We're going to do 3 sets of 20, as fast as you can, keeping that stomach nice and tight. I don't want to see those hips sagging. If it's too much pressure on your hands, you just get tired. Jackie's on her knees, she's keeping her feet up, she's keeping that good posture, her stomach tight, and she's going back and forth. We can still get the same desired effects, but it'll be a little easier in your knees and your shoulders.